Hello everyone, welcome to our session. We will take an example on the power, the concept that we talked about last video. Calculate the power of each element and solve for Vx. Is this circuit real? He's asking if it's real. Now, for the circuit to be real, the total power absorbed has to equal the total power supplied. So let's begin by calculating the power in each of these elements and then deciding if it's real or not. And in that way, we will find Vx. So the power for element A, I'm going to call it PA, equal, as we mentioned here, it's V times I, so the voltage here is 12 times the current is 6, so 12 times 6, and this would equal 72. Alright, now let's talk about the sign. There's a positive 12, I'm moving from a positive to a negative. That means from a high to a low, that means absorb. Okay, power at B. Power at B, 3 times 8, which is 24, right? And I'm moving from a negative, from a low to a high, that means I'm supplying power. Power at C, 9 times 2, right? The current times the voltage, and I'm supplying because I'm moving from a low to a high, so it's 18 and supply. Power on D, on element D, it's here the voltage is unknown, so I'm gonna just write it down as a Vx, so it's 9 times Vx. And would I know here the power, is it supplied or absorbed? I'm moving from a high to a low, that means it's absorbed. Finally, power at E. Here, pay attention. This is a trick. You might make a mistake here. Now, if I'm not paying attention to units, here it's V, voltage, A, ampere. So I know that V, volt, times A, or I, ampere, equals P, power, which is watt. But here he already gave me the power in watt. So if you're not paying attention, if you're just like writing very quick, like your subconscious is just writing things, then you might make a mistake and multiply this number by the 6. No, 120 watt, that means this is the power, so it's ready. And since I'm moving the current, he gave me the current direction to know if it's absorbed or supply. I'm moving from a low to a high, that means it's supplying. Okay, now since we found all the powers in, or the powers in all elements, right? I have to apply the concept, the power concept, the one that says the total power absorbed equal the total power supplied. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put here add all the power absorbed, which is 72 plus, this is supply, absorb, which is 9Vx, equals supply, so 24 plus 18 plus 120, all of these are supplied. Now we add all of these, 120 plus 18 plus 24, which is 162. I'm gonna solve this equation. This is an equation, so I'm gonna solve it. I'm gonna move the 72 to the other side. 9Vx equal 162 minus 72, which is 90, and then I'm gonna divide over 9. So Vx equals 10 volt, and since the Vx is positive, that means the Vx polarity is correct. So this says about the circuit that this circuit is real now with a Vx, or he asked me to solve for Vx if the circuit is real. Okay, or I proved that it's real also by what? By saying that Vx is a positive number. That means the polarity of Vx is correct. That means all the circuit, the entire circuit is real, since this voltage 10. If we multiply 9 by 10, which is 90 absorbed, now I can say 90 plus 72 is 162, and the right side, which is this applied, 162, and this makes it real. We will continue our discussion about the powers, and maybe we will talk about in next session about some of the techniques that we're using to solve some circuits. So to be continued, and have a great day.